The global pandemic has been with us for more than 2 years since the outbreak of COVID-19 in early 2020. In many parts of the world, most COVID restrictions have gone, but China still imposes a strict zero-COVID policy. These tight quarantine restrictions have caused many foreigners to make tough decisions on whether to stay or leave. Today, let's go to Beijing and ask foreigners to share their experiences.
I'm from Italy. I've been living in China 17 years. Before coming to China, I should say I had limited knowledge of China. So that's the reason why I enrolled for that job in Beijing, because I thought it was a good opportunity to discover a country. I like Asian countries. I was attracted by Asian countries already. For sure, it developed a lot. The city of Beijing changed a lot. The number of citizens grow a lot. So there's been a lot of immigration, right, coming from different provinces of China to work in Beijing.
From the United States.
How long have you lived in China?
10 years. But before I moved here, it's a weird mix of like you think of ancient Chinese, at least for me. I've been in Beijing for the entire 10 years. This doesn't look like the China that I thought it would be. But every time I go to southern China, I'm like, oh, that was the image of what I thought the landscape would be like. So that was really interesting.
Where are you from?
Turkey. Actually about like 5 years. Before I came here, actually I have a lot of friends that they've been living here for a long time. I have asked about them, how is life in China and other things. They're really glad about everything in China, so it was a good thing for me to decide to come to China.
I'm from Italy. This time I'm going on 3 years, but I've been here for about 15 years. So I came to China a long time ago as a student. I came to play football. I was invited a very long time. So my impression of China before and now is that I thought I knew China, but now I don't know as much being here.
Why?
I'm actually learning because China is a country that's in growth. Every day there's something that's happening, it's changing, it's expanding, it's growing, and it's all from. So if you look at the generations, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years difference, there's a very big difference every 10 years in the young people and in the older people in China.
I'm from Brazil. I've been living in China since 2014. Before I came to China, I was studying Chinese, so I know a little bit about China. But coming to China is a different world. Like my mind opened a lot, and I learn about China like every day. In fact, even being here more than 8 years, it's a new experience.
Yeah, from India, around
6 years.
6 years. Before reach China, I didn't know much about China. I just heard China is the country neighbor of India. That's it. When we arrived China and we saw the culture and the people life and the technology is very good. So we like to stay here and work here for a long time.
More than 2 years that we've been facing with this problem, restrictions, anything here. But I think they're just doing for the safety of people. So I just really respect that, even though like sometimes I'm not really convenient with it. But I have to accept it. I respect it and I admire it.
There are two ways, but I used to say that it's like what China is doing now is kind of like our mom when they force us to eat broccoli, for example. It's like something that's not so good, but must be done for the best of everyone.
Actually, we cannot say exactly advantage or disadvantage because the country is trying to good for the people. So yeah, we support and that's fine.
From Spain. I've been here 2 years. For me, it's a big disadvantage. From my point of view, is a disadvantage because we haven't gone back to our country in 2 years since we arrived because it's so complicated. There are no flights. You need to do so many tests before you go, and once you come back, then the quarantine. You have still all these rules. Otherwise, everybody is everybody is very kind and very polite. I'm so happy with people being so polite with the foreigners. Where in Europe everything is it's okay again. I understand that behind this the idea is to keep the people safe, but that makes our lives, not my life, everybody's life, more difficult, you know?
I'm from Suriname, totally 13 years. Most of my friends in other countries, they're free now. Everything went back to normal. So I'm here and I really hope that things also get to normal. So basically we just have to follow the rules, the regulations in China. So it's okay, we have to still wear our masks, you know, still scan codes, the health code.
I understand why. And it's about saving people. It's about making sure people don't get sick. Because China is a very big country and there's a lot of people and everybody's very close, so you can get sick very easily, one person to another. Some people feel that it's closing because of what's happened with the pandemic. There's there's kind of a change in sentiment, but I feel that it actually is open, because if I talk to very young people in the 20s, they actually really want to experience things and open. They're changing.
In the beginning, it was less open, but now it's not, because in the beginning when I came here, everybody can see, oh, it is a foreigner. You know, people can stare at you, look at you constantly. But now it's different. People are used to foreigners right now. So that's another side of openness. And also different rules are changed right now to help foreigners, you know, to stay here and, you know, learn the Chinese culture and adapt and have a comfortable life.
More open means, I think, the psychology of the people. It's more open toward the fashion or toward the lifestyle.
I'm from Serbia, almost 7 years. Yeah, I think there are a lot of opportunities for a lot of foreigners who are coming here. Most of my friends already work abroad, like they work in different countries, and China is not what they're targeting at the moment. So probably in the future, when, you know, Chinese economy gets up to speed again, and they would probably consider that in the future.
Have you met any stereotype or the discrimination?
I had zero, you know, situations with that would make me feel uncomfortable. So for me, it was pretty good.
Different opportunities. I think, especially when I first moved here, it was a lot more interesting things that you could try, even if you had not a lot of experience. It was something you could try to see if it was something you would be interested in doing. Where, especially in the US, you need to have a lot more certifications and qualifications before you can do anything. So it is changing. I think the rules here and the regulations are getting stronger, which is good.
Hello, I'm from Pakistan. I've been living here for the last 2 years. This one, I'm a little doubtful. Like, if you come up to opportunities, I think there is not that much opportunities compared to different countries.
I don't know if there's more opportunity or not. I think you have to decide as a foreigner that you want to be here. And if you decide you want to be here, then I think things open up. But if you're just coming as a tourist, or you're just a foreign company sent you and you're just here for a short period of time, then it's very different.
I guess in all the applications they keep your details, they have your name, your number, which sites you visit. So everywhere. I mean, okay, there are some bad things, but I think the good things are more than the bad things. So,
you know, not only China, but people can know all of your data, your life experience, your privacy and things like that. But I think it also has to do with the technology development, right? You have the good parts and also the bad parts. So I feel like since there are new technology coming up, people should also focus on how to protect your privacy. So the world also needs to focus on that. How can we improve that? So I think that one is also coming along the way.
Personally, I don't think there is anything that's 100% safe. But, you know, I think Zhifubao and Weixin are as safe as it can get, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly it's safe or not, but I feel it's okay. But I heard from the people, like security reason, some people don't like to use like that.
If China wants to give me a green card, I say please do. Yes, okay. I still got. I'd love to. I mean, we're getting a little bit sensitive, so I won't go too far. But unfortunately, our two countries are not the best of friends right now, so I do get worried, but yeah, I love it here. I wish we could find a way to all be friends and live together on this planet, but it's becoming more difficult, it seems.
I don't want to leave. I want the things to go back to normal, you know? No more finish with the masks and tests and QRs everywhere.
Like living in China is like never being in the comfort zone. Like I used to say, like every time you need to adapt yourself, you are learning something new. So like I will give you guys an advice: if you want to come to China to travel or work or study, come with open mind. There are so many things that you can try, not only food, but like going to different places. So be open mind and try to understand, because also it's like there are a lot of things here that are very different from the Western side of the world. So be welcome everyone, and I hope you enjoy China.